Okay, here we go. So now we're going to start from lying down in our backs. So use your blanket or pillow like I'm doing today. I have this comfy pillow here, so that's what I'm going to use. And always remember to flex the knees. Oh, Riley, we're not doing that today. Go lay down. Go lay down. Come on. Not yet. Go lay down, girl. Go lay down. So with the feet wide as your hips and chin slightly into the chest to get that nice lengthening in the back of the neck. We're going to having the arms down by your side with the palms facing up and separate it slightly away from the hips. So there's nice room between the shoulder blades and the back of the upper spine. So just make any adjustment you need to. You keep your eyes closed, feeling the sole of the feet in touch with the mat, the sacrum, lower back, middle back, upper spine, the back of the arms, the back of the hands, and the back of your head. Just close your eyes and breathe into the nose and out through the nose. Settling in here in this moment. Gradually begin to lengthen the movement of your breath, but always without compromising the quality of the breath. You want to keep flowing the breathing in a way that feels relaxed, longer, and open. Slowing down the breath to slow down the mind. And slowly begin to rock your head from side to side. Gentle movement of your neck. And return the head back to neutral position. Then lift off the floor, the feet off the floor and hug yourself and stretch your lower back. Just breathing in and out here. Then release, but keep the hands to your knees and let's make a little circles going in one direction first. Give yourself a nice gentle massage in your lumbar spine. And going into the opposite direction. And then release the feet down. Again, have your feet wide as your hips. And we're going to come into a gentle bridge. So not too high, just certain movement there in your pelvis, lifting the sacrum lower back only off the mat with inhale and exhale, you release. And just a few more rounds like that as you inhale in and out, in and out. In and out, and then release all the way down. Now keep the right foot down. Cross your left leg over to your right leg, not figure four, just fully cross. And then reach with your hands to stretch the outside of your left hip. Just a little IT band stretch here to begin. You can feel the muscles holding position. We are warming up the body. And just guide the thighs closer to your chest. You can feel the stretch becoming a little bit deeper. And then you release and lower the left foot down. Cross the right leg over to your left thigh, hugging the shin with both hands, and gently guide the thighs closer to your chest. Close your eyes and deepen the breath now to feel the stretch in the outside of the hip, your IT band, the glutes. And release. Lower the right foot down. Have both feet together, and we're going to open the knees out. And inhale, bring the thighs and the knees together. Exhale to open. Inhale to close. Exhale, open, close. And then extend the legs up to the sky. Inhale, flex the knee and release. Inhale, up and down. Up and down, up and feet down again, wide as your hips, heels under the knees. We're coming to another round of bridge pose. Inhale up, not too high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and release. Up and down, and then hug yourself. Roll over to one side, and let's all find our way to a seated position. So have your blanket or your pillow cushion like I'm doing now, sitting in one. Legs can be crossed or not if you need to extend your legs in front of you, because this is too much for your knees. So the idea is to try to stay as comfortable as you can to keep the spine upright as much as possible. So from here, we're going to draw the shoulders up to the ears, back and down, up to the ears and down. Just a few, releasing of the shoulder joints, the shoulder blades, going into the opposite direction. And then from here, let's bring the sole of the feet together, but have some room between your heels and your pelvis, holding from the top of the feet. We're going to lower the left ear to your left shoulder. Inhale through center and to the right. Inhale neutral. Exhale to the left. Back through center, to the right, through center, to the left, through center, right. One to center, and then draw the chin in. Keep the spine up nice and long, and keep guiding the chin to your chest. Lift the head, bring the thighs and the knees together. Have your feet wider than the hips, hands behind you, and sudden movement in the hips as we do windshield wiper. Still warming up the body. And then dropping the legs to one side. Let's find our way to tabletop position. Have your knees under your hips and the wrist under the shoulders. And from here, move the hips right to left, left to right. Just some movement there, lateral movement to the outside of the hips. And then from here, we're going to bring the hips to the right, circling to the heels, left and slightly forward, the pelvis and the hips, same direction. Just keep your elbows and your wrists soft so you can have more fluidity in this circling of the hips. But you're bringing movement also to the spine. And let's go to the left now. Exhale down to the heels. Inhale right and forward. And just keep moving. A few more rounds like this. And one last time, and let's find our way to neutral spine to the cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round into the cat, and then move halfway down. Stretch lower back. Inhale, table, drop the belly into the cow. Exhale, round the spine. Drop the hips halfway down. Relax your shoulders and elbows. Back to tabletop. Keep inhaling. Drop the belly into the cow. Exhale, round the spine, belly in. Drop the hips halfway down. One more. Inhale, belly drops. Open the chest. Look forward. Exhale, round the spine and go all the way down to Balasana, Child's Pose. Relax the forehead towards the floor. Remember not to create tension in the neck. If you need to bring the floor closer to your forehead, just place a block underneath and just stretch your back. This is symmetrical stretch. Nice, easy breathing. And gently, let's find our way to tabletop position. From tabletop, let's have the knees under the hips, extend the left leg back and up, flex the knee, cross over behind your right leg, and then move the hips halfway down. You should feel the stretch in the outside of your left hip and the IT band. Inhale, extend the left leg into tabletop, flex the knee, cross it over, and sink the hips halfway down. Inhale back to table, extend up, flex, cross over, hips sinking to the heels, back to center, left leg goes back and up, flex, now cross and then move the hips, walk your hands under the shoulders and then relax your forearms, your elbows, and just sink the hips here evenly. Notice if you are kind of leaning more to one side, but try to keep both hips even. Relax your neck as you guide the crown of the head towards the floor. And just work on stretching outside of your left hip, IT band, lower back. And slowly inhale, back to tabletop, undo the crossing of the legs, and then bring the left knee under your left hip. Same thing, opposite side. Inhale, right leg goes back and up, flex the knee, cross it over, hips to the heels. Back to table, right leg go back and up, flex, cross it over, and sink the hips towards the heels. Back to neutral, right leg back and up, flex, cross, and sink the hips. And we're going to do one more. Inhale, table, extend the right leg back and up, flex the knee, cross it over, walk your hands under the shoulders, adjust your forearms so they are touching the floor, and you are sinking the hips to the heels. Again, try to make it even. Notice if you are favoring more to one side, you have to try to keep them more in the same level. In this case, you should feel the stretch in the outside of your right hip, your right IT band, and lower back. This is an asymmetrical stretch. And gently inhale, return back to tabletop, and place the right knee under the right hip, left knee under the left hip. Round the spine like an angry cat. Move the hips to the heels, and when you get there, walk your hands to the left side to place your right hand on top of your left. Relax your elbows and forearms, chin into the chest, and just working this asymmetrical stretch on the right side of your rib cage. A lot of asymmetrical work today. So in a way we can experience, notice, and be aware what is the difference between one side and the other side, how our body is feeling as we move asymmetrically, which side is stronger, which side is weaker, which side is more flexible. So this is a nice way to be aware of what our body is feeling and doing. Now lift the head, chest, and walk slowly to the right side, placing left hand on top of the right, forearms, elbows down. Stretch the side of the spine on the left side. Relax your neck, chin to the chest. Move the head slowly up and return the hands to neutral position. Let's come to tabletop position. Neutral neck, neutral spine position. We're going to thread the right arm under your left arm. And so just relax the right side of the face, and you can wrap the arm behind your back if that feels right for your shoulder today. Just close your eyes and this gentle stretch. We can feel the stretch now happening on the side of the face, the neck, the back of the right shoulder. And use the breath here. Now slowly return the left hand down under the shoulders. Press and do the twist. Let's all come to tabletop. Now thread the left arm under the right arm. Left side of the face, left side of the shoulder goes down. You can wrap the arm behind your back or lift the arm down to the floor. Just breathe through this. Right hand under the right shoulder, gently press up, return to tabletop position, and then from tabletop position, bring the left knee a few inches to the front, keep the right knee under the right hip, and asymmetrically stretch the right side of the spine, the back of the hip, as we fall forward into Ekabalasana, which is like asymmetrical child's pose. Relax your forehead down, and I can feel the stretch happening on the entire right side and the back, going all the way down to the right part of the back of my hip. Now lifting the head slightly off the mat, hands to the floor. Keep the right knee where it is. Extend your left leg back and up. Flex the knee. Step forward with your left foot. Make sure your left knee is over to your left ankle, and slide the right knee back so you have a nice opening on the right front of your right hip flexor on the right side. Hands to your left thigh. Shoulders and elbows back and down. Holding position. Just breathe through this. Keep guiding the pelvis and the hips towards the front of the mat, but the crown of the head remains pointing up to the ceiling. You want to feel the spine gently arching backwards to engage those muscles as we keep opening the front of the body. From here, lower the hands down and then walk your left foot to the edge of the mat. So wrists are under the shoulders, and we're sinking the pelvis and the hips deeper into the iliopsoas stretch. Don't drop the head. Keep your neck neutral. Nice and easy. And then slowly walk that left foot again back in line with your left hip. Tuck the toes under your back foot, pick up the knee off the mat, straighten your left leg and holding position. Draw the chin into the chest and keep pressing through the right heel. So you're stretching the calf muscles, Achilles tendon of your right leg, but you are extending into this intense stretch on the front leg. Chin into the chest, the spine also is stretching. Flex the left knee, flex right knee, drop the right knee down towards the floor, bring the left knee to meet your right knee. Let's all take a moment, child's pose. Relax forehead towards the floor or towards the block. Or if you don't have a block, you can make a tower with a fist so you can rest the forehead in your hand. Whatever you are, going back to the breath. And slowly inhale, return back to center. Now guide the right knee few inches in front. Keep the left knee under your left hip, and then move the hips towards the heels to stretch now the back of the left part of your spine, all the way from the shoulder blades down to the back of your left hip. And moving slowly to tabletop. Just move the knee slightly back, left leg goes back and up. Flex the knee, step forward with your left foot, hands to your left thigh, and move the pelvis to the front. Oh, opposite leg, sorry. We're doing opposite leg. Right leg forward, left leg back, and then shoulders by your rib cage. I was like, oh, that doesn't feel right. Shoulders back and down, pelvis and hips to the front. Yeah, sometimes working with asymmetrical movement gets my brain weird. Lift from the crown of the head. Keep opening the front of your left hip flexor. And lower both hands down to walk the right foot to the edge of the mat. Wrist under the shoulders and sink the pelvis in the hips. Keep your left knee down and flatten the spine. Just keep breathing. Keep opening the hip flexor. At the same time, having some gentle stretch in the groin on the right side. Deepening the breath, slowing down the inhales and the exhales. Now the right foot is going to come in line with your right hip. Tuck the toes under your back leg, pick up the knee off the mat, and then move the hips back to intense stretch. Press your left heel, chin into the chest. Keep the right leg stretched as much as you can, and keep breathing through this asymmetrical stretch. Now flex your right knee, bring both hands under the shoulders, and with the right foot, step back into downward dog. So have your blanket or pillow removed from the mat. You are in downward dog, drawing the heels to the floor, chin to the chest, heels up and down, up and down, up, down, up, and down. Then slowly walk your hands towards your feet and just bend the knees to hold from the opposite elbows. Stretch the spine, release your lower back. Crown of the head is pointing towards the floor. Just breathing through this, nice and easy. Bring the hands towards the hips, engage the core, lift the head, lift the chest. Let's all come into standing position. Welcome to Samastiti, equal standing pose. Hands to the heart. Let's reconnect with the breath. Slow the breath down again. And then gently release the hands down by your hips. I'm going to be facing my screen now. Let's have the right leg behind your left leg, like cross it behind and reach through the right arm up and overhead and move the spine towards the left and relax your left shoulder down. Just guide that right elbow back so you're not rolling forward. You want to have that nice opening. It's an asymmetrical stretch that goes all the way on the right side of the torso towards the outside of the hip. Keep breathing through this. And slowly with the next inhale, return the spine back to neutral position. Release the right hand down, right shoulder forward, up, back, and down. And do the crossing of the leg. And then the left leg goes behind the right. Arm goes up and overhead, flex the elbow, and then move the spine towards the right. Just because I'm still dealing with my left shoulder, instead of having, this is a modification. Instead of having the arm up, just placing the hand to your left shoulder, you still get the same benefits. On this case, on the lateral stretch on the left side of the torso, outside of the hip. Just feel the opening, the stretching those intercostal muscles outside of the hip. And then slowly inhale, return back through center, release, and do the crossing of the legs. Bring the left shoulder up, back and down, then the right shoulder up, back and down. Left shoulder up, back and down. And now we're going to go relax the knees and the hips, and we're going to bring the right shoulder across the chest and all the way up to the ear, back and down. Left shoulder goes across the chest, up to the ear, back and down. Right arms goes across the chest, up to the ear, back and down. Left shoulder forward, up to the ear, back and down. One more time to each side. Mobilizing the spine asymmetrically. Releasing slowly the knees so the lower back is soft, and then bring shoulders up, back and down. So hands to your thighs, round the spine, fall forward, hands below your knees, all the way down to Uttanasana. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Rounding the spine, slide the palms along the shins, along the knees, come up to your thighs, bring the shoulders up, back and down, going forward again. Shoulders up, forward, hands sliding down to your thighs, knees, below your knees, all the way down to the floor, back to Uttanasana. Back up slowly, bring the fingers touching your shins, your knees, your thighs. Lift the chest, shoulders up, back and down. One last round. Slowly releasing spine tension. Slowly all the way down. Hands to your shins, down to the feet and the floor, back to Uttanasana. Slowly, heavy arms. We keep sliding the palms along the legs. Bring the shoulders up, back and down, hands to the heart center. Welcome back to Samastiti. Keep the shoulders soft and awareness on the breath as we slow the inhales and the exhales down again. And lower the hands down by your hips. Standing on the back of your mat with the feet wide as your hips, we're going to have the arms down by your side, by your hips, palms facing back. Shoulders back and down. Make sure the shoulder blades are into each other. Engage the abdominal muscles, back muscles, and then move the hips back with a flat spine, lower halfway down. Inhale, engage, and lift back to Samastiti. Engage the core. Exhale, move the hips back, lengthen the spine. Keep the neck neutral halfway down. And reach through the fingertips, activate the quads, and lift the spine back to Samastiti. Exhale, hips back, lengthen the spine forward, lower halfway down. Inhale, engage, and back through center. Couple more rounds. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, engage, move the hips back, lower the spine half into 90 degrees. Engage the core, lift the spine back to Samastiti. Last one. And exhale, reaching with the fingertips. The hips are moving back, the spine moves flat. And then relax the hands towards the floor. Bend the knees slightly, holding from the opposite elbows. Relax your spine, your shoulders, your neck. Just breathing here. You can sway from side to side if you like. And that's always a good idea. And then return back to center. And then just walk your hands slowly to the front to downward dog. Feet wide as your hips. heels down towards the floor, chin to your chest. Now inhale, both heels up, both knees down, and drop the hips to one side, and let's come to a seated position. We're going to work in more asymmetrical work with the idea of stretching and working with the flexibility of the hips and the back. So let's have the right leg straight forward, and let's cross it over your left leg over to your right leg. Hug your left knee with your right arm. And then here, just make sure you are guiding slowly and gently that left knee towards your right shoulder to get more stretch on the outside of the hip. You can place your left hand behind you, look over to your left shoulder. Just drop the left shoulder down. Keep the upper spine as flat as you can, and go back to your breath. Inhale, return the head back to neutral, the spine. Let's twist to the opposite side. Placing left hand on your left foot, right hand behind you, look over to your left shoulder. And slowly return back through center. Place your left foot to touch the inner thigh of your right leg. Make sure both hips even, and you are removing the flesh from underneath you. If you're sitting in a blanket or in a cushion like I, make sure you're sitting in the edge. So place the hands below your knee and then slide the palms slowly towards your right foot. Soften the shoulders, the elbows, and draw the chin into your chest. Relax the neck. Another asymmetrical stretch, stretching the back line of the leg, the spine, the back of the hips. And inhale, slowly lift the chest and slide the palms back up. Draw the shoulders up, back and down. Now let's switch the legs. Left leg goes forward. The right foot is touching the inner side of your left leg. No, sorry. We're going to cross over first. Hug your left knee into your chest. Hug your left knee with your right arm. Your right knee with your left arm. And then twist to the right. Look over to your right shoulder. And we are twisting and guiding the knee closer to the shoulder to feel a little extra stretch on the outside of your right hip. And do the twist. Go to the opposite side. Placing right hand on top of right foot, left hand behind you. Look over to your left shoulder. And return slowly, spine and neck back to center. Place your left foot touching the inner thigh of your left leg. Place hands below your knees. Slide those hands all the way to the front of the foot. Relax your spine into this Janushirasana head to knee pose, an asymmetrical way to stretch the body. And slowly bring the hands slowly up, lifting the torso. And now extend the right leg to the front as well. So we're preparing for Paschimottanasana, which is the seated forward bend. And we're going to inhale, bring the arms overhead and reaching with the spine forward. We're going to fall forward from the hips, hands to your foot, your ankles, whatever you can reach. In this Symmetrical stretch in the spine and the back of the leg. Chin slightly in. Close your eyes and go to your deep breath here. And inhale, lift the head, chest, and bring the hands up. Bend the knees, feet together, open the knees out, and hold from the peace fingers with your with your toes with your peace fingers. So let's work with the balance here. Shoulders back and down. Engage the core, lean back, and have your feet off the mat. So you are sitting on your sit bones. You can have your feet together if you want to challenge yourself and see how your balance is today. You can straighten the legs out to the side. Keep the shoulders back and down. Keep the core engaged. And of course, the flow of the breath that is constantly moving in and out. Slowly, if you have your legs out, flex both knees, bring the sole of the feet together, and let's all fall forward with the flexed elbows, crown of the head pointing towards the floor. And just stretch again the entire length of the both sides of muscles along the spine, going all the way down to the sacrum, back to the hips, outside of the hips. And slowly lift the head, lift the chest, guide the thighs and the knees together, and let's drop to one side. Let's have your blanket on the opposite side of the mat, because now we're going to go down towards the floor in our backs. So we're on the opposite side of the mat with the feet wide as the hips, rounding the spine, engage the core, chin into the chest, and slowly make your way down, down, down to your blanket or cushion or pillow under your neck. Take a moment here. Feet off the mat, hug yourself, bring the thighs close to your chest and feel again the stretch on the back, on the lower back, the back of both hips. And then release the right foot down and then cross over the left leg over to your right thigh. Figure four for another IT band stretch. Holding from the hamstring or the shin with both hands. Keep both hips even. And the neck should be nice and long. And do the crossing of the leg. Left foot goes down, right foot on top of your left thigh, holding from the hamstring or the shin. Time to stretch IT band on the right side. Now extend your left leg all the way to the front of the mat. Place the right foot above your left knee with your left hand. Let's come into a twist and another deep stretch in the IT band as we guide the right knee to the left. Gently return back to neutral position. Right foot goes down. Extend your right leg to the front. Left foot above your right knee. Right hand outside of your left knee, left arm in T. Take a nice inhale. Slowly, with every exhalation, we deepen the twist, guiding your left knee to the right. And return slowly back to neutral position. Place the left foot under your left knee, right foot under your right knee. Pick up the pelvis and the hips for a nice bridge. Align by both sides of the spine. Slowly release the bridge down as you exhale. Inhale, lift your bridge up into high bridge, and exhale, gently release your bridge down. Inhale, lift the pelvis, lower back, middle back, high bridge. Exhale, middle back, lower back, sacrum down, lower the bridge. Going up again, inhale, lift the pelvis, lower back, middle back, high bridge. Lower the bridge down, slowly down towards the floor, couple more rounds. Inhale to lift into the high bridge. Exhale, lower your bridge down, 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 down. One more. Inhale, lifting into the high bridge. And then slowly re all the way down, 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 down. Feet off the mat, hands to your knees, up and asana, stretching lower back, thighs into the chest. Inhale, thighs away. Exhale, thighs in. Inhale, thighs away. Just keep moving a few more rounds to stretch that lumbar spine, the back of the hips. One last. Now, when you have the thighs close to your chest, open the knees out, lift the feet up, holding from the outside of the feet. Welcome to the full happy baby. You can hold it there. And just again, always I like to say, try to make sure to keep your lower back flat on the mat. So get that extra stretch on lumbar spine. You can hold still. You can give yourself a nice massage as you rock from side to side like a happy baby. And returning back through center. Bring the sole of the feet together, holding from the sole of the feet, and move the knees out. Again, flatten your lower back on the mat. Just extend that lower part of the spine. Release the feet wide as your yoga mat. Have the arms in T position. Let's do some movement of the hips and the legs into windshield wiper, moving the head and the neck into opposite direction. Then drop the legs to the left, head to the right, and hold. Windshield wiper again from side to side. Dropping now the legs to the right, head to the left, holding position. Inhale, return back to center slowly. Hug yourself one more time. Bring the thighs into the chest, stretch your lower back, chin in, engage the muscles of your neck, and then lift the head off the floor as you bring the forehead to your knees. Exhale, head down. Rub your head gently from side to side. Head back to center. Extend the legs up to the sky. Slowly lower the right leg down to the mat. Then when the right heel touches the floor, left leg goes slowly as you exhale down towards the floor. And then open the right leg out, left leg out, turn the feet out. Have your arms somewhere in between your shoulders and hips. Lift the chest so you can adjust your shoulder blades, adjust the back of the hips, the sacrum. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Again. One more. Welcome now to your last pose. This is your Shavasana. Time to rest, time to come into a deep relaxation state. As you keep your eyes closed. If you need to put a blanket on, socks on to stay warm, please. I'm going to guide you through some relaxation, body awareness, where you are aware of all different parts of your body and where you do your best to relax any tension you might still holding in certain points. So the attention goes first to the sole of the feet, your toes, and the top of your feet. And see if you need to release any tension there on your feet. Now relax your ankles, shins, calf muscles, and both knees, the front and the back. And notice if you need to release any tightness or tension below your knees, all the way down to the sole of the feet. Now guide your attention to your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, your pelvis, pelvic floors, and both hips. And from the top of the hips, front and back, relax the entire length of your legs down to the sole of the feet. Now draw the attention to the entire length of your spine on the back side. Noticing all those muscles supporting the spine. The vertebrae, the space in between each vertebrae, the muscles in between the rib cage, and lastly, your shoulder blades. From the top of your shoulder blades, right and left of your spine, all the way down to the sole of the feet, do your best to soften any tension as you breathe. Go into the front of the body, soften your abdominal muscles, relax all your internal organs. Release the muscles in between your rib cage, soften the heart, relax the muscles of your chest, and from the collarbones, do your best to soften and relax the entire length of the front of the torso, all the way down to the sole of the feet. Now, front and back of your body, from the collarbone, from the shoulder blades, front and back, down to the sole of the feet. Allow yourself to sink down deeply into fuller relaxation of every muscle. You are letting go. The tension goes now to the shoulders, front and back, upper arms, elbows, forearms, both wrists, both hands, top and palms, and all your fingers. And from the top of your shoulders to the fingertips, your arms are falling along the body, sinking deeply into the floor. From the shoulders down to the sole of the feet, all the way out to the fingertips, your entire body feels heavy and light at the same time. Your throat is open and soft. The muscles of the back of the neck connecting with the base of the skull are relaxed. Soften your jaw, your chin. Allow your tongue to rest down to the base of your mouth as you soften any tension in your teeth. Relax your nose, lips and upper lips. Soften your cheekbones and both ears. Relax your eyeballs down to your eye sockets. Relax your eyelids and eyebrows and in between your eyebrows. Release your forehead. Soften your crown chakra. And now from the top of your head down to the sole of the feet, your entire body is coming into a full and deep rest. Gently bring the awareness back to the body as you are deepening the breath. Bringing movement to the neck and the head, gently rock from side to side. Wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. And with your next inhale, arms are coming overhead and you're reaching through the fingertips and you're pointing the toes, growing taller in between each vertebrae. Nice inhalation here. Exhale through the nose, bend the knees, hug yourself tight, and then slowly roll over to one side. In fetal position. Before coming and joining me in seated position, please take your time, don't rush. Sit together with the spine upright, hands placed down to your thighs or knees, soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft muscles on the face. Then we bring the awareness inward, back to the breath. We use our breath to anchor ourselves as all kind of intrusions, thoughts and emotions, the vrittis, the distractions are trying to come into our minds. We use our breath as a special of a shield, just to say, yes, I acknowledge that that thought is there. I know what it's about. I'm going to let go and I'm going to keep coming back to my anchor, my breath. And do this as many times as you need to. Just keep coming back to the breath to bring the mind into stillness and a peaceful state. Guiding the hands close to your heart center. This is Anjali Mudra. I'm taking a moment here to notice how the body feels and how the mind feels. And take the time to be grateful to yourself for giving you this gift of self-love and self-care, where you can be aware of your body, where you can calm your mind, where you can even be aware of what are the needs of the body and how to take care of them. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to keep cultivating in our minds and in our hearts. And may I have peaceful, loving, sweet words to keep offering to anyone at any moment. And may our actions always, always be inspired by love, compassion, sweetness, and peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you all very much for being here today practicing yoga. Namaskaram. Thank you.